Hello, my country people. Them. We don't come live for a very brief live broadcast today. We're in the 7th day for September 2022. I know announce this live broadcast, so I can make a very quick one. Hopefully, it not will take long. As we now join, we now know the usual routine. We now share and make it go far and wide. Yes, countryman, it come. I want to talk briefly about the Kumba massacre. For those people, the way the Ambazonia terrorists, they kill them. For that bus, where they travel between Kumba and Boya Road, they killed them around that side for a corner. And some background story, the way we know where I want to talk about. We share as we join. And I want to thank every single person will be joined me yesterday for that live broadcast yesterday. We will be match fire for share and make it go far and wide. So the live broadcast will do really well. We don't get more than 10,000 views already. We are match fire too for this live broadcast today. Yes, hopefully I know go stay long. I get plenty WhatsApp groups and for this way at the share. I want to share these messages and to make it go far and wide my country people then. So as now join on a match fire for sharing. Make you listen to Kum anthem while we're with the sharing because like I tell you now, I don't intend for this live broadcast for be too long. We'll listen to Kum anthem 2 minutes, give you opportunity for share, and then we can listen to our Cameroonianness 1 more minute, and then we'll go straight into the presentation.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror, and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
There is a remnant ADF camp in Tanka, and they should know our restoration forces will come after them. The Alamo camp has been reconstituted into an ADF camp, and there are a few of them there terrorizing every Ambazonian from Meta through Mancon and beyond, kidnapping them and taking ransom. We have a job to do, Chris. We have to go after these guys and decimate them.
Yes, you are very right.
It is uncalled for because when they do it, it falls on the interim government, and correct. That is what we cannot accept. Look, that cross and die man is coordinating all the kidnapping in Mancon and Quen.
We don't talk this thing. Say AGOPC ADF, now a terror organization led by Lucas Cho Ayaba for Norway, with Benedict Kwa for US, with Ngong Emmanuel for China, and a number of them we wouldn't do flyers before put out their face. We go now go on a deliberate international campaign for all diplomatic services around the world, designating the AGOPC ADF, led by Cho Ayaba in Norway, as a terrorist organization.
Thank you plenty my country people them. Today na number 7 day for September 2022. When I match fire for Sharam, we listen to Cameroonianness and then we will go straight into the live broadcast. My country people them. Thank you plenty, my country people them. Today and by 7th day for September 2022, and I bring una a very short and brief presentation. So when I see on for Facebook, now a post just for explain what really happened on social media and for give una an understanding. So yesterday, the 6th of September 2022, Ambazonia terrorists, where they declare so-called lockdown, they shoot at a passenger motor where they travel between that Kumba road, and they kill more than 4 people them, and dozens of them they be injured. Okay, now a post this way some person make them. Now when I see under the post, now the comments and that way the Amba terrorists they leave them under the posts. When I see it does a very good job. They say the number is too small compared to that of Cameroon military or whatever nonsense. Now the state of Anglophones, which way Anglophones did they do to themselves. Now in that's just one example. Now I want to also show una way una no understand. Now the face of the person that way he call himself say he be na the whether na Fako county chief or whatever nonsense he call himself now. Fombat forba diodone that. Now Momo Pikin for una way una no know. Now Momo Pikin and he today na for UK. He did live now for UK. Okay, now the remote control this shit no white blast where he call himself say General Sagat for Fako. Now them carry out this terror attack for Kumba. Sagat now also another Momo Pikin. He come up for Momo. Meanwhile they talk I be countryman, the king of all the black legs, the Igwe, Dr. Kumkumasa. Me too, I be Momo Pikin. Okay, so now that, and then now this poor woman. Now victim of that terrorism. Yesterday, as they killed those people them for that bus, they've also killed this poor woman. They shoot this poor woman because he be primary school teacher and he be there on his way to your job for go teach. That's the only crime where he commit them. Now Anglophone, all these people them, all the victims them for that bus. Now Anglophone. Now I will show now some of the victims. Now see this woman now. My play this short video. When I see all those victims, them, all those poor people, them, sorry, I no want to show the whole video, but if I read the comment, the text, I know say the screen, it not be big enough for una for you read them, so I go read them for una. So they say this is Mrs. Inchindia, a business lady in Kumba main market, who was amongst the victims who were killed by Ambazonia terrorists in Ekona. She did not fight Ambazonia terrorism because she thought that Amba terrorists were fighting but the military. She didn't believe us when we told them that for as long as the bandits and the illiterates carry guns in their communities, everyone is at risk. This poor woman, it come off for Dubai. I think it landed now yesterday. It come off for Douala, they go Kumba. It come off for Dubai for go do shopping, for can stock up his shop where it there for Kumba main market. And Amba terrorists they kill it for road. But it don't download now. Okay, let's start the video then. I want to show you something before I can talk about the other victim. Now the other victim this. Okay, this part it will be now the driver for that motor where Amba terrorists they target him. It will be now the driver. Now, wait till we wanna get for understand. And the news this way when I need for understand, where when I really need for understand, I say this particular part where it been a victim of Ambazonia terrorism, they kill you. Ye don't they support Amba terrorists. I know when I go talk say no countryman, it been an extortion now because they been need for do and for survive. Yes. But the fact remains say because of the appeasement where Anglophones, they believe say this, so they fit appease the Amba terrorists. They go on, forgive them financial support, whether willingly or unwillingly, they support them financially. And because of that financial support where they give the Amba terrorists, like, now one of the reasons that way, it be very bold and very confident for the travel that road, despite the fact that they don't talk say lockdown or whatever, it no say, those picking them, na ye picking them. They don't go do nothing for ye. It be immune to Ambazonia terrorism. And as a result of that, now why that una see it go enter that shock. Because Anglophones, they get this mentality. Say the Amba terrorists, now Cameroon government a problem. They no yet understand. Say for as long as those illiterates the day in their community, they are at risk. The Anglophones, they never yet understand that one. And not only we, with this sensitization, will get the powers for educate them, for sensitize the Anglophones them. So, they be pay the Amba terrorists them. Yes, all these transport agencies them, not just ye own, that company where the Amba terrorists, they shoot them, all of them where they pass that road for Kumba, go for Boya, they pay, they sponsor Ambazonia terrorism. That is just a known fact. We know it. This power used to say personally, they move money, they get up picking them all the time. Now, like I don't talk on before, when I know, so, I know, like people, they come to me and say, no, but countryman, if you get to pay, because if you no pay, they for kill you. I don't tell when I before. If someone has a gun to your head, by all means, you pay the ransom, you pay whatever I want you for pay. You do whatever you want. But for us, at the time where the gun come off of your head, you're supposed to do everything for wipe the shumbu. Okay? Now your responsibility. Now, when I believe today, so maybe na poor beer your job on a different person. So now in that now, today, the 7th of September 2022, I want to show now. When I say now today, these pictures are not today, the 7th of September, okay? That one to be a driver for another motor where if they pass that road, Amba terrorists, they shoot it, okay? They shoot them for back. Now the motor that bullet taking them for back. When I say no, they what happened for mile 14. Today, the 7th of September, where they talk about say lockdown. Now the driver see that for that motor, where bullet take that driver. I don't know whether he will survive or not. Hopefully he will survive. Now, I get to can't give a small analysis. Now, make we watch this video. Now, this video where I be download them a few seconds ago. When I watch this video, now today they record them. Okay, when I watch them, they want now for Bafut.
Yeah, Bafut someone Qataris. There's someone Qatar Bafut. Therefore, go down. I see the little work I do. The people that against the rule, but there is land. Go out here, go to. We don't bury our big up. Anybody try? Anybody try? Anybody try? Anybody try? Huh? Anybody try? Anybody try? Don't shoot it again.
Now watch.
Yes. Now people are doing it against the rules and regulations for this land that they do. Anybody try? Get them. We'll never get to because yes, people.
So when I don't see that person where it is on the ground, where it is scream, it is cry, where they don't shoot it, and then they burn the motor because of so-called lockdown. This one happened for Bafut today, the 7th of September 2022. Okay? That man, no be francophone man. That man, na Anglophone, where Anglophone picking they shoot him. For make Paul Biya vex or for punish Paul Biya. Now why that way they go shoot that poor man? Okay? Now, so when I also talk poor man, like how me I talk for you, that particular man as well, for all I know, it is sponsor Ambazonia terrorism. And once again, when I go talk, say no, they do am now because they don't get choice, blah 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 blah. I don't care. You can be a double agent. You do and so, but for behind, you do wipe the food them. For as long as the terrorists, the illiterates, they carry guns in Una communities, you are not safe. I don't know how else to tell Una. Now, when I see this picture, I show Una. When I see this picture now, beside this, that one with there on Una screens. Okay? Now 2017 that. 22nd of September 2017, not 2022. That is the right date for down there. This picture. Now Anglophones than this. This is how Ambazonia terrorism was created. Now Anglophones than that. The victims of Ambazonia terrorism, not them that. Today, they talk say we want peace. Not them that. When I don't believe me, I get plus video. Sorry, video there. Now this one now Bafut. Now the Bafut that they go bonder a man in bike. And they put them for Facebook, they proud. Say they don't burn the bike for Bafut. So that may probably a cry. Okay? I get evidence for showing now. Also, okay, my play on that. Now the video this for the killing, for the shooting, for that boss, if I never see him.
Many of you believe we are in war. We are not in war. We are not in war. I am still waiting to see the kind of devastation that I see in Ukraine, in Victoria. How How can we convince anybody there is war when there is no devastation? It's a waste of time. Let us put our money together and devastate those towns and cities, and let the world media descend upon Ambazonia and tell our story as they do in Syria, as they do in Ukraine, as they did in Iraq, in Afghanistan. That's what we need to do. We need to empower every restoration fighter on the ground. Nothing is, I can't get it. Look at Victoria. I see Biak Bang standing there. That thing should be down, ladies and gentlemen.
So when I don't see them, when I don't hear, they talk them publicly. They never ever hide their intentions. They tell una, and they know exactly who be their enemy. Just for reiterate, I get some video where I want for plan for una, for reiterate a specific point. Okay, now the video this. Una listen.
Don't kill a military. If the military attack you, kill him. If the military doesn't attack you, don't touch it. Some of them, they don't want to do it, but their lives are on hanging bars. People you need to touch. I'm sorry to say this, is the civilian population. When you touch them, their cries. Actually,
when I hear no, they be very clear exactly who their enemy it be. It said no touch military. And I why that way for this video where it download now. Now the actual video this way I be one send I want plan. For this video, when I will say it happened today for a corner where the Amba terrorists, one on mile 16 or on mile 14, where the Amba terrorists they come out again, said they can't enforce lockdown or whatever madness. When I go see them, the destruction where did it cause them? How that one take affect francophone person? How that one take affect Paul Biya, to be precise? How? When I tell me my here. But anyways, we will play the video small time when I go listen. Bear with me, my country people them. Okay, the video the load. I will play that video and then I'll give now one small analysis for a few more minutes and then we'll go end the live broadcast. So time now about 10 minutes to 9, where it means I get some small work to do before I go for before I sleep. So I just can't through with now. When I listen.
Don't shoot. Go stand, my 16.
Go
Say
stand.
saw them. The unity warrior of Ganzero. Say go stand. Go stand. Don't go stand. We don't see nothing. Don't go stand. Come up and my back. Don't go stand. Bombo. Don't go stand. Now come up and my back. Don't go stand. Hold on. Somali. The police dog, Bombo, they are ghost town. Somali, what you doing now? What you doing? How much is this? Not concern me. What happens?
Bonham.
Bonham, hey. Ah, pull out. No, come on.
Una Bonham.
Right up, Chris there. Ugo. Police. Yes. Ugo. Within the 7th of September, the danger force of Tico. And that other leadership of Major General Sagat. At the beginning of that. Major General Sagat. At the beginning of that. Go back for us. At the beginning of that, Major General Sagat. The unity of Ganzero. That the unity of Ganzero that they talk so.
When I hear how they shoot guns in the air and they are tormenting those people now, no military post in no day for Konawusa with the day. Not a single military target in no day for day. They come out, they go deliberately out for go target the civilian population at the camp. They go deliberately for go target the civilian population. While that video is download, I want to play for una another video. The video they now is download for this tablet so that I go fit plan for una. They know exactly who their enemy be and they go to that enemy. They don't go for gendarmerie brigade. They don't go for army. They don't go for police. They don't go anywhere else. They go now for the civilian population. Why is that? Because the Amba terrorists know exactly who their enemy is. Now listen.
Don't kill a military. If the military attack you, kill him. If the military doesn't attack you, don't touch it. Some of them, they don't want to do it, but their lives are on hanging bars. People you need to touch. I'm sorry to say this, is the civilian population. When you touch them, their cries. Actually,
when I hear no, they know exactly who their target is, who the enemy is. The enemy is you. But now because when I don't deny when I for fight them back, and now one of the reasons than this. Now make una understand the origin of Ambazonia terrorism. When I watch.
Yeah, we are in Muyuka subdivision now. Yeah, the population of Muyuka have decided that they are no longer under the rule of La Republic Cameroon. We are one. Well, let my people go. We hear them singing songs. They are going to the police station to go and tell them that we are no longer under your rule. Let my people go. They are singing. We need freedom in Southern Cameroon. We need freedom in Southern Cameroon. You can hear us. You see the children. You see the parents. You see the children. You see the parents singing and chanting. They should let these people go. They should let these people go. The people of Southern Cameroon, they need their victory. The people of Southern Cameroon, they need their victory. The people of Southern Cameroon, they need their victory. The people of Southern Cameroon, they need their victory. The people of Southern Cameroon, they need their victory. You can see them. You can see them singing songs. You can see them singing songs. Songs of victory. Songs of victory. Songs of victory. They are determined. They are determined. They are independence will restore. No one come there. Their independence will restore. They are determined. They have no choice. They have to take their independence by their own hands to restore independence. Yes. We bless you. We bless you all. Yes, we bless you all. We bless you all. We bless you all for this work. Most of them are carrying Samson. Most of them are carrying Jackie. As an indication of the flag that he could not get. That he could not get. Because it seems in Cameroon, when you wear anything blue and white, you are arrested. You are arrested that you are a supporter of Ambazonia. You are a supporter of secession. Meanwhile, they say they are not seceding. They are separated from the government of La Republic Cameroon. They are separated from the government of La Republic Cameroon. They are separated. You can even see buses. You can even see buses. It's not support of a struggle. They have decided that they are going to take their destinies by their hands. They are taking their destinies by their hands. They have taken it already. I can see them. I can see my friend there who was very, very mad in it, and now he's strong in it. He's in the forefront. I can see children on the buses. All of them taking the destinies by their own hands. Thank you. I can see my fellow friend here also taking the destiny by their own hands. Yes. Yes, they have suffered a lot for 55 years. For 56 years today, they have suffered a lot from the oppressive regime of La Republic Cameroon. They are seeking freedom. Freedom, they want freedom. They want freedom from the colonial masters. La Republic is them the colonial masters. They are treating them like colonial masters. They need their freedom. They are treated like colonial masters. They have decided no control over La Republic. They are here. I can see about 10,000 people.
You talk say if you see about 10,000 people. Now, no point no day for me for play the whole of that video when I get the point. Now September 2027, September 2017 that. We there now for September 2022. Now 5 years ago that. Where Anglophones, they collectively lose their sanity. Those of us, the few educated, the few rational thinking people, the few where we foresee this thing, say it go happen before it happen. When we try to tell them, they call we black leg, betrayer, bootlicker, sardina, they call we all kind names. All kind names they call we. Those of we, where we know we go out for go match with them, they call we say we don't with the betray or whatever nonsense, and they come after we, they target we. Okay? They start go after our families, after our properties, they drive we out of our own homes. That is what happened for 2016, 2017. Now, why that way? When we see the Amba terrorists, they come back now after the Anglophone population. It's very difficult to get sympathy for the Anglophones. It's extremely difficult because now we cause them. Now we cause them. And some of us who saw this coming, who knew what was going to happen and remained silent, we also contribute massively. So we'll get Charles, we'll get a few people that don't live some, we'll get Charles Lemenyefik. It says, share this video, please. The videos they're there for social media, they're plenty. Now, I believe, say, some of you, now the first time they say, when they see this kind of content, and the first time they say, when I understand what will be happening for 2017. Yes, me, I began to go back, go do research, because I joined this fight in 2018. To go find out exactly what will be happen on the ground, because I've been aiming for London, enjoying my life as usual. So on our screens, when I see the text where some person send up for me while we are there live, it tell me say, countryman, it says, remember in November 2016, Anglophones removed their children from school deliberately with the aim of punishing Paul Biya and to provoke a declaration by UNICEF of a blank school year in Cameroon. All that nonsense has backfired against them and their children, and that is where they are now. Nowhere to go ahead or to come back, or nowhere to go ahead or come back. That is the situation Anglophones find themselves in. Who do you blame? When I go blame Paul Biya, make us here. Go and blame Paul Biya. Now, this one, it be very interesting because time we start do this activism, I think that 2019, where some woman, it messaged me, it tell me, say, Papa, I just message you for thank you for the job where you did one. You don't sensitize all man, especially me. That woman tell me, say, countryman, I no go lie for you. For 2017, time when this thing will start, now me, I move my own hand. I take my own 2 foot and my own hand, go for school, go move my picking for school. Because say, they be tell we say, if we do am so, it go cost United Nations for doing a wait. Yes, as a way be the talk so it be now one of the poorly educated. They manipulate you, they fully. It take your own 2 hands and your own 2 foot, go and then warn that Pekin say, if I by mistake see you for school. How did we get here? How did the Anglophones get to this kind of situation where Anglophone man, they proudly they talk how school no hold. And the biggest boastful declaration, that way the boast, say school resumption, it don't flop. I mean, a flop as in F-L-O-P, as in a no hold. Say school no hold. Say school no hold for Boya, school no hold for Bamenda, and that is a good thing. How did we get to this situation? Where Anglophone man, where even Francophones, there be the envy, we envy our educational system. There be the envy, which way they go on in the Anglophone zone, the way Anglophones, they be education minded and all of that. Francophones, they be envy, they be one for be in that situation to the extent where by 2000 and in the 2010 and forward, Francophones, they be removed their beginning from the Francophone educational system, send them to Boya, to Bamenda for can study. And that's where Bamenda, it get that title as the education center of Cameroon, the education capital. They say the political capital, na Yaoundé, economic capital, na Douala, but Bamenda, na the education capital for Cameroon. That's where the Bamenda, it get that title from. It be been a prestigious thing because we be produce some of the best highly educated people in Cameroon. All these big, beautiful institutions of learning, St. Bede's, or the one for Okoyong. Wait till they call them again. You get Our Lady of Lourdes for Bamenda. We'll get Sacred Heart for Bamenda. We'll get Ombe, that college for Ombe. We'll get St. Weti. There are plenty, all these institutions, them, and then we'll get University of Boya. We'll get the translation. We'll get Francophones that will send their picking them to the Anglophone zone for can study. And when Francophones they start sending their picking them for can enjoy the same quality of education where we get them, Anglophone man start jealous. Say they don't francophonize our educational system. Just because they send their picking them to say they can't learn which way when they learn them. Jealousy enter inside. How did it happen? Where a proud Anglophone man, it don't become the person where it go move you picking for school. It encourage illiteracy. It the same they caught picking their hand where one go for school. Gary this, Gary that. How did it happen? And then when they call we Anglophones, we not the vex. Kumkuma, it also say yes and Beats College of Ashing for come. We get big, beautiful institutions of learning in the Anglophone zone where all the other Francophone regions they be envy. They be envy them. How did it happen? We take our own hand. go destroy them deliberately, willfully. How did that happen? Anglophones, they arrive at this kind of situation. This I cannot understand. I don't feel wrap my head around it. I get PhD for Ambazonia terrorism studies, but I know if it explain to una because myself, I do not understand how it happened for the Anglophone man to become this wicked, this self-destructive, this stupid, this gullible. But it'd be easy. This level of gullibility and stupidity and self-destruction, it comes with hate. It comes with hatred. When you hate other people then, and then you be manipulated to hate your country, and then it becomes easier for you to destroy that which you hate. And now why that way, when you get people the way they call themselves patriots, or they call themselves peace crusaders, peace ambassadors, then they talk to me, I tell them, say, listen, me and you, we're not there for the same ball game. Because when I preach now peace, and I am not a preacher, I don't preach peace. The terrorists, the way they don't declare war against me, I'm here to fight them, and I will fight them, and I will win. We're therefore here for compromisation, not enough for peace. Peace will come after we don't compromise the terrorists. Now, why do I tell when I say, when I talk about, say, when I try to convince Amba terrorists, say me they like Cameroon, I not get interest for them. Me, are they here for convince Anglophones for hate Ambazonia terrorists? Because it be easier for convince a person for make person hate than for make person love. It is easier to hate than to love. So would they here now for make Anglophones hate Ambazonia terrorism? I know they here for make Anglophones love Cameroon. That is a totally different kettle of fish. So those who when I want for make people they love Cameroon, good luck. We not stop una and we not fight una. But would they win now for our own game for make Anglophones hate Ambazonia terrorism? Would they here now for make them hate? Just like how the Anglophones them, a few bunch, where they radicalize the poorly educated, send them after we for can't destroy the Anglophone zone. They be used na hate, not be love. They use na hate. They know say this so you already struggle because of economic stagnation, because of illiteracy, because you be poorly educated, because of your economic situation, because of your family situation or whatnot. It be easier for convince that kind of a person for hate himself or for hate your life and then hate the country, and then it becomes easier to destroy that which you hate. So this level of destruction and this level of wickedness, and plus the Anglophone money, conny and wickedness and bad heart where you get them already against the Francophones, and that jealousy, now a toxic combination where it becomes that much more easier for them for carry pamphlets and these peace plans as they call them, and then they go march, say poor Bia must go, this and that. We hate Francophones, we are gone, this and that. It's because of that hate where we already get them. And then it becomes easier for you to destroy something where you already hate them. You hate your life. So you go destroy them. You carry check up and cry, die, go for bush, for go die. You hate your country. So it'd be easier for you to move 10,000 for your pocket, 20,000, 100,000. Give Amba boy. Then point the finger and say, me go kill Francophone. Because you hate Francophones. And then when you see Anglophones that they cry today, now only because it backfire. It's only because it backfire. Because you go hear the Anglophones that said they will talk today, so the boy they don't turn their guns now against we. Yes, that's their problem. Their problem is not the fact that they carry guns. Their problem is who the guns target. Say the guns they target now Anglophones. That is their problem. If those guns which Anglophones bought and gave the Anglophone youth, if those guns were used to kill Francophones, all Anglophones will be happy. If una don't know. And that's where I conclude about the wickedness of the Anglophones. That is it. Una understand? That is it. So when I see they kind of cry, they say this, so they don't shoot bus for a corner, they don't shoot bus with go Kumba Boya Road, or all of those kind of things, they don't kill teacher, they don't kill this and that and that. Make una understand. It is something that Anglophone nursed. Now we born the kingdom. Now we radicalize them. Now we nurture them. Now we finance them. Now we feed them. The lies, the propaganda, the fake news, and all of those things. Now Anglophones, they do them. So when I see for 2022, all these bad things that happen to the Anglophone community, we deserve it. I know people who can't talk, say, countryman, I be innocent. And what about me? Me too, I be innocent. Or you can't talk, say, I know people ever support me this thing right from the beginning. What about me? But I know they exclude myself. Me are there for London for 2017, 2018. When these Anglophones, the way they did for diaspora, they like this one they call itself say Alex Lissengeden, where they will go the march for Cameroon High Commission. When I think say me, I know we get the messages then for WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter and everything else, where they will tell we say make we go march. At that time, they be mask and disguise their motives. They will make them you too, you come out innocently they go. Things that it so you go for a genuine something. But you don't say you go now go fight for secessionism, you go encourage the killing of Anglophones on the ground. They carry that their blue and white rag. They work away and for Cameroon High Commission for London and all of those things them. You think so I know we get the messages them? I find place you know me from my house. I have never ever supported Ambazonia terrorism one bit. But I knew those things when they were going on, when they were going for those marches and all of those things, and I kept quiet. Until they were coming to me for my own house. And now for them, I vow. The difference between me and Somawuna, now say me, I don't actually experience the terrorism. I need to just talk him as a bystander. And also, when me I be experiencing them, the first time, I know agree make it happen the second time. I decide, say it is so, and I will be my brother's keeper. I no go allow this nonsense to happen to another person. I will fight them back. When I think that they not threaten me, till today, some person, some human being there on the surface of this earth, where Ambazonia terrorists they find and pass me. Some human being there for this earth, where Amba terrorists they don't threaten you past me. But I fight back. You stand your ground. So when people they talk today, so countryman, you talk because you day abroad. I understand. What about all the other Anglophones where they day abroad? What are they doing to fight back? What are they doing to fight back? All these people they want to say for this video, they now so now victims today of their own actions. Some person will talk say, but countryman, they don't know which way they will do. Yes, I know they did not know what they were doing because they are poorly educated, they are illiterates. Many of them were manipulated by people who know better. I understand that. But now here is the question for you. Now who caused them? Not them. So who should suffer the consequence? Now Francophone. Who should suffer the consequence and who should eradicate the Ambazonia terrorism? You don't get shit inside house now. Your own house. No be so. Good. And then you want men that who can wipe them. Men that who can clean them. You have to roll up your sleeves. When you don't realize, say which way you do a mistake, a bad thing, you roll up your sleeves and you get busy, you get to work, cleaning your community back. And the only way where Ambazonia terrorism it will be destroyed, the only way where Anglophones they go snap out of this stupidity, now when it touched them back. When the terrorism it come back, can knock them. When you contribute your money, you give the Amba terrorists, they buy guns, no be so. You be expected to buy that guns for go do it. For go tickle some person, or for go kill na Bamileke man, no be so. For go kill na Basa man, for go kill na Francophone, for go kill na military, not you. We now share. Now really, when I share, when I be thinking say so, when I contribute the money for gear, I mean they go kill a different man. They don't go kill na una no. When I share indeed.